Hi there, welcome to Big V TV. Great to have you with us for a Tuesday night. The great man Steve Chalmers sitting with me at the desk, looking at all the senior divisions from round 8. And believe it or not, Steve-o, come this weekend, it is the halfway point of the season.
Yeah, that's right. Round 9 has come just really, really quickly.
Yep.
I'm sure some of these teams are just waiting out for the Queen's birthday long weekend just to get a break.
Yes.
But for us, round 9 already.
Overseas, hit the midway, just Queen's birthday weekend.
Don't tell me you're on another.
I'll be going somewhere. I'll be going somewhere. Did you say far out?
I said far out.
Right, okay, fair enough. Hey, listen, before we look back at round 8, tomorrow night, speaking of looking back, I'm really looking forward to this on the show because there's not too many dinosaurs like myself that can remember that far back. But we're going back 10 years and we're going to look at season 2008. I like it.
Historical rewind, just look at some key players, the results, the champions.
Yes.
Just what was happening back
in
2008. A bit of a Big V rewind.
I like it. So there's a few people out there that were running around in 2008 and tomorrow night we're going to reminisce. We're going to go back a decade and we're going to talk about all the big things from 2008. Now Thursday night, please tell me that this is locked in, because if it's not, I'm telling you right now, you are going to be burnt at the stake.
Well, you've been putting a lot of pressure on me.
Yes.
Throughout last weekend, last week, the early start to this week.
They're my friends out there.
The Broadmeadows people are asking.
They feel like they're my kin. They feel like they're my family.
They'll receive on Thursday night.
Fantastic. We're going out to Broady Thursday night.
Yes.
And we're talking all things Broncos, correct?
Correct. 40-year anniversary out there this year, so it's pretty big.
Are they having an event or something? I didn't get an invitation. I haven't been invited out there for their 40th.
Goes to show how close you are with the guys out there if you haven't got an invite.
Fair point. Rightio, D2 women. Let's get stuck into it, because it started with a game that was a lot bigger than what we expected. There's the results. And Coburg pushed Melton all the way.
Yeah, that's right, with a handy new inclusion as well.
Import.
Saul Contate with 30 points, 6 rebounds. Jenna Conroy did her best for Melton, led the way in the victory, 30 points and 11 rebounds for herself.
Big game, Jenna Conroy, and Melton get the chocolates. Craigieburn way too strong for Sherbrooke. Craigieburn go to 8 and zip. Sherby are 1 and 6.
Yeah, just struggling at the moment. The Suns back into the competition. Em Holt had 13 for the Suns. Kelly Bailey-Lynn, the best for the Eagles, with 13 points and 9 rebounds.
Now Jada bugged out. Gone. What's going on? Where was she on the weekend? Collingwood didn't have bugs.
Turned into an ant.
It
went missing.
Got stomped. Melbourne Uni got the win, 66-47. Ballagante is having a fantastic season, Lauren. She had 19 points. Helen Roden, 13 for Collingwood. But no Jada Bugs was the big story in this one.
Yeah, no male on that one yet.
Okay.
But certainly a big miss for Collingwood.
Absolutely. Craigieburn got the double on the weekend and they are flying at the moment. Nicole Cameron with 11 and 7. Belmonte 17 and 7. Craigieburn get Blackburn.
Yeah, just continue to roll on to the Eagles. And I tell you what, the last game, I'm liking the season from Fiona Darnell for the Breakers.
Dominated. Played all 40 minutes. She had 28, 14 and 4 assists. More to the point, Mornington, that was just their second win of the season. Melton, expected them to win that one.
Yeah, that's right. They obviously got the one on Saturday night, just couldn't back it up.
Could not back it up. Let's go to Division 2 men. There's all the results from the weekend. We start with Altona up against the Bushies. Richard Townsend Gann had 21 and 17 off the pine for North East. Nathaniel Corey had 18 points for Altona. Nice win, Gators.
Yeah, for the Bushies, just can't get it done in the fourth quarters lately. They've obviously had a couple of handy inclusions over the last month or so with Townsend Gann coming in. He came off the bench, as you mentioned, on the weekend. Just can't close out games.
Gators 3 and 7 now. Bushies 0 and 9. Craigieburn Maccabi, big winners, the Eagles, and they had a big weekend with the Dickinson boys celebrating their 200th. Blake and Jay, well done fellas. Keywald Shields 22 in that one. Blake Dickinson 15 and 13. Classy had 20 for Maccabi. The Warriors have dropped off, Steve-o. What's going on?
Yeah, not too sure out there. Obviously,
2 and 8 they are.
The one game on the weekend. Craigieburn are a strong outfit, let me tell you. So the result there wasn't in question. It was probably just the margin. Keywell Shields had a good game. He earned himself a start in the following game as well, I believe.
Melton upset Coburg. Coburg top of the table. Melton get them on the road by 2. Maluk Adut had 18 points for Melton. Manny Malou 18 as well. Nice win,
yeah,
Thoroughbreds.
I think the inclusion of Manny Malou at the start about a month in has been handy for
Yep.
the thoroughbreds moving forward.
Craigieburn, a couple of wins on the weekend. They headed up to the Forest, thumped Sherby. What's going on with the Suns? Because it was dark clouds
Well, they
on the
put
weekend.
put the pressure on the Suns early, did Craigieburn, just held them to 29% from the field, which is their lowest for the season. No one in double digits
Yep.
for the Suns. Damon Smith had a double-double for Craigieburn.
Sherby's last 5, loss, win, loss, win, loss.
Good signs for next week.
No consistency, may get a win this week, you never know. Southern Penn and Coburg, of course, no Vossi. No Southern Penn?
Not quite. They obviously turned up, just couldn't get the W. Coburg are a strong outfit this
Yes.
year. Benny James stepped up with 26 points. Paddy Green, 20 and 10. Jordan Harding, 19 and 9 for the Giants.
Said it a million times, Steve-O. If Coburg play consistently well, they're a top team. Guess where they are at the moment?
Guess what? I'm on the wagon. You've warned me.
Won 4 of their last
a couple
5.
times. I'm on the wagon.
Yeah, well, so you should be. They only lost narrowly to Melton as well, obviously. And Camberwell, too good for Wallen. Camberwell 7-1 now. Nat O'Hara is having some sort of a season. Played his 250th.
Yeah, that's right. Congrats to Nat O'Hara. 25 points, 12 rebounds, 8 dimes in his milestone game as well. Wasn't too bad.
Well done, Nat. He's an absolute star. Let's go to Division 1 Women. There's the results up on screen, and it started with what is always a hot contest between two very, very powerful country teams.
Yeah, correct. Heavily defensive tussle between Warrnambool and Mildura. The Mermaids got the job done at home. Abby Sutherland, 18 points, 8 rebounds. Amy Wormald, 14 points and 16 boards. And as you mentioned
I
on
told
Friday,
you.
Katie O'Keefe, 13 points, 10 rebounds, 4 dimes, 5 blocks was big in that one. Vanessa Power had 19, Bronte Clark 16, Alexis Gassion well held.
Wow, they've won 4 of their last 5 at Warrnambool, and I think that was Mildura's first loss away on the
Yes.
road. So they still sit on top 8-2. Casey too strong for Western Port. Rebecca Borum had 12 points in that one. Atira Mune had 12 and 10 for Western Port, but a nice win, Casey. Warrandyte beat Latrobe City. They have been all over the place, the Venom.
They have.
When they're up, they're up. When they're down, they stink. And they got up and had a good one. A good win here. Rachel Wansborough, 13 and 12 for Warrandyte. Ali Locke had 13 points. That's a nice little one to take to the bank.
Been a great inclusion about 4 rounds into the season. Has Rachel Wansborough really lifted that side out at Warrandyte.
Speaking of consistency, their last 5, win, loss, win, loss, win.
Not
Can they
looking
break
forward
it
to
this week?
weekend.
Right, fair enough. Let's have a look at Hawthorn and Camberwell. Camberwell got a couple of wins on the weekend. They beat Hawthorn by 1 on the road, then Chelsea by 3 back at home on Sunday. Lara Edmondson, great young kid for Hawthorn, 23 and 16. I know she's been away with some national duties, I think, some training camps, but she's back in there. That's good for Hawthorn, but what a weekend for Camberwell.
Yeah, Amy Nicholson's go-ahead free throw with about 8 or 9 seconds left got the job done. Sarah Stone had a good weekend.
Stoney.
She had 18 points in that one. Backed it up with 15 on Sunday when the Dragons beat Chelsea. Renisha Washington had a double-double there for the goals.
Now, a couple of weeks ago, I cracked it at Geelong. Said their effort down at Werribee was very, very ordinary. They went up to Mildura, put in a blinder,
Yes.
came close to winning up there. They came back home and they beat Whittlesea.
That's right, Caitlin Shadbolt leading the way there, 26 points, 9 rebounds. Elise Lambrou had 18 for Whittlesea. We touched on Whittlesea that they've been doing very well. This may be what gets Geelong going.
Werribee and Casey.
It was close, right to the end. Tenali Hood's double-double, 21 points, and Taryn Wilkins, 20 and 10, led the way to defeat Werribee by 2 points. A host of contributors from the Devils, led by Alyssa Bennett with 23.
Casey 8-2, by the way.
Yeah, just going as is right now.
Absolutely. Let's go to Division 1 men. Exciting weekend. Not so for Collingwood. A Collingwood on the slide. There's all the results. Collingwood, by the way, have now lost their last 4.
It seems to be a trend in Big V. Obviously, you come up, you get a little bit of a honeymoon period. You start the season pretty well. The same could be happening to Keilor and Blackburn in state championship men a little bit.
Yep.
But certainly a little bit on the slide right now. Brandon Armstrong,
Your boy Armstrong.
26 points, 7 rebounds, 9 steals.
Heard a whisper that you and Brandon Armstrong were hanging out last week.
Yeah, potentially.
Well, not potentially. You either were or you weren't. I heard that you two best buds were spending a bit of time together last week.
Good mates, myself and B-Dot these days.
B-Dot, there we go.
Matty Hendricks had 22. Cole McMullen, 19 points on 8 of 9 field goals for Collingwood.
Dropping names. Western Port over Bulleen by 30. the big battle between Varmel and Travis went the way of the MVP favourite.
Yeah, it didn't go so well for Varmels. Just 16.6 rebounds. Couldn't get Bullens offense ticking. Travis, as you mentioned, 31 for Western Port.
Steelers have won their last 5.
May have stopped on Sunday.
Okay, well, okay, that hasn't gone into the ladder yet. Let's go to Warrnambool and Keysborough. It was billed as a big game, and it certainly lived up to all expectations.
Yeah, Blount and Sobey got the job done. Xavier Blount, 27 points, 9 rebounds. Calvin Enge having a ripper of a season.
Having one heck of a season.
27 points, 15 rebounds for the Cougs.
Sunbury got Warrandyte on Saturday night. I think plenty of people would have been going to Venom here.
Good win. Young kid in Jed O'Reilly has stepped up to the
very good.
seniors.
Johnny Alexander's been good
Yeah,
too.
as well. He had 19 points, 13 rebounds, but O'Reilly led the way in the scoring end with 20 points. Certainly keep an eye on him going forward.
Spreewell 16 and 15 for the Venom. Did he see the game out this
He
week?
did.
Right, okay.
Both
fair
games,
enough.
in fact.
Whittlesea got Latrobe City. A battle of the cellar dwellers. And Latrobe City 1 and 10 at the moment.
Zeverone 19, Cuthbert off the bench, 16 points, 17 rebounds, big game.
Jimmy Crockett, Davey,
Just doing it all out there by himself.
played all 40, scored 40.
Point per minute.
That's a point a minute, Steve-O. Let's go to Warrandyte and Shepparton. The Venom back at home on Sunday. Spreewell 22 and 11, but Shepparton came to town, started well in this game and held on. Cam Vines 26 and 7. Spencer Coleman 20 points, 21 rebounds, 9 assists.
Yeah, 1 assist shy of a trip dub. Certainly a better effort from the Venom on Sunday than it was on Saturday night.
Gators 10 and 1. I've been on them from the start of the season, and I'm certainly not getting off. Geelong got Sunbury on Sunday. Nearly a perfect weekend for Sunbury, believe it or
Pretty
not.
close.
Lewis Varley had 23 in that one. Supercats get up by 5. And as you mentioned, ladder obviously not updated in front of me, but the Steelers, their first loss in 6 games, went down to Chelsea. Matt Brasser.
Yeah, went off, didn't he?
What a game.
40 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, 6 steals.
I think he had 6 or 7 triples as well.
Yes, Dylan Travis had 28 and 9 in the loss. James McKinnon also good with 22 and 12 for the Steelers.
Is Brasser the most improved player running around D1 men right now?
He's been a handy player for a long time.
He has, but he's gone to a whole new level this season.
Okay.
You don't agree with
Oh,
me?
I think
He's been very good,
He's been
but-
at a pretty good level for...
He has, but
few years.
I think you have a
He's
look at
gone
his
another
stats
level.
this season. I reckon he's gone up another level. He's looking very, very good. Let's go to State Champ Women. There's all the results from the weekend. Southern Penn had a big name out and a young gun in, but it wasn't enough.
No, that's right. Gemma Simon was the in, 22 points. Jazz Shelley was the out. Peyton Little had 16 points, 7 rebounds. But it wasn't enough as Ringwood, led by Cass Mahalko, had 25. They won by 7.
And Jed Shelley was away at a national team camp, so obviously a rising star. Let's go to Knox and Eltham. Eltham, first half here. I thought, hello, we might be in for a bit of an upset, and then Knox did what Knox do.
Yeah, well, that's right. Alice Kunak had 29 points, did all she could for the Wildcats. But it was a team effort from Knox.
Absolutely.
Obviously, Carly Miovic was an inclusion into the Raiders squad. But
She'll
Emily,
settle in nicely into that team.
yeah, I think so too. Nice bit of size there. Em Fisher had 14, 5 and 5 for Knox to lead the way.
My title tip right now, Waverley Falcons, 77 defeated McKinnon 67. Final score probably flatters the Cougars a little bit because they came home strong. Kelly Bowen 26 and 10, MVP contender right now. Waverley get up by 10. Hume City and Waverley was a good game on Sunday, and Waverley just strengthening their credentials, get it on the road by 7.
That's right. Hume did all they could. Viv Sav 19 and 14. Kelly Hardiman 16, 14 and 4. Probably one of her best games of the year. Kelly Bowen, as you mentioned, though, 22 points. And Renee Mokaziki 17 and 7. They've got a host of contributors out there at the Falcons.
Are they the biggest starting group? They've got Tegan Cunningham,
in terms of size?
Kelly Bowen, Renee Mokaziki, and they've also got Jackie Vanderzeg
Tanae Phillips is
coming
a
off
pretty
the
handy
bench.
point guard.
Coming off the bench behind Sam Donald. But those
Yep.
4 bigs starting, very hard to match up on, Steve-O.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't disagree there.
Bulleen, 0 and 9. We did say on Friday that it was a danger game, and the young bucks, the young guns from Keilor get the job done, and I've been very impressed with the Thunder.
Yeah, well, the Boomers imports certainly did all they could. Sarah Booth played all 40 minutes for 37 points, 18 rebounds, 6 assists. Josie Hines had 23 and 11. But Brianna Babbage was shooting
Been
well.
a good inclusion.
20 points she has. Erin Bowman came off the bench for this one, had 16 and 9, and it was the young Thunder, as you mentioned, getting the job done on the road.
Did the booth come off the pine for her 37 and 18?
No, she started.
Did she?
Yeah,
Okay,
she
fair
played
enough.
all but the last 7 seconds, I believe.
So Bulleen's, in terms of getting back to the grand final, you can scratch that finals. I've been saying it for a couple of weeks
Yeah,
now.
correct.
Done?
Yep.
Right, fair enough. Eltham and Sunbury rounded it out, and Eltham yet again pushing another team that, mind you, Sunbury needed to get a win.
Absolutely.
They got it all. O'Reilly, what a season she's had, 24 and 9. Liv Bonampally, 26 for Eltham. Sunbury go to 4 and 4. Their last 5 games, loss, win, loss, win. They need to get it on a bit of a streak.
Yeah, just plotting along at the moment, aren't they?
Let's go to state champ men. There's the results from the weekend. Round 8. Steve-O, take us through it.
Well, Corio Bay certainly gave your mob a little bit of a scare down there. Julius Brooks, 25 points, 11 rebounds. Here's a kid on the rise, Colin Blythe, 19 points,
very good player.
6 assists. Certainly a player to watch for the future. Could be the rising star.
You're right up there. Very good player. Now,
Yeah.
last week, by the way, we talked about MVP candidates
Yes.
after 7 rounds. State champ men.
Mm-hmm.
You left off Dylan Stythe.
Well,
How did he go on the weekend?
Well, he scored 35 points, had 14 rebounds. Did it by himself
Couple of blocks, couple of threes.
this week, but he does.
Didn't do it by himself.
does
There was
have-
other contributors there.
Well, he certainly leaned on Dylan Stiff.
I reckon Stythe set
On,
up yours
Saturday
on the
night.
weekend, Steve-O. Set up yours. A special mention
Well,
to
as I
Hutchie.
mentioned, Dylan and I are good friends.
Oh, of
so
course you
he
are.
certainly said thank you for the
of
pump
course
up,
you
rev
are.
up.
No problems.
Away we went.
Everyone's Dylan's friend. He's
Yes.
a great young man. Now, Corio Bay, can I just send a cheerio out to them? Hutchie down there, superstar, obviously. I saw Shane Bowe on the coaching staff down there. Their aftermatch on Saturday night, I didn't want to go home.
Really?
I was happy to stay there for the. I was
Just had too many friends there, did you?
I was packing my lunch boxes for the week at work this week. Their aftermatch,
Because they had so much food?
best aftermatch I've seen this season.
There you go.
By a mile. Anytime someone's putting tacos on, you know you're in a good spot. So Corio Bay,
Good
well done
stuff,
to the Stingers.
Stingers.
Well done, I liked it. Where are we up to? Casey and Hawthorn. Gee, I'll tell you what, the Magic are up and about.
Yeah, what happened to the offense of the Cavs though? Just put up 56 points. Hawthorn had them on lock. Jack Barry, 21 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, another young star. Lenny Lemons had 15 and 11, having a good season for the Cavs.
Magic have won their last 5, most improved team in state
Yeah,
champ men this
correct.
season. No doubt about it. Well done to Pete Godfrey and the crew down there. Eltham and Ringwood was a blockbuster Saturday night and apparently lived up to all expectations.
Well, Eltham got the chocolates on this occasion. Ben Waldron, 22 points. Jacob Gibson had 25 for Ringwood, just didn't have enough.
Just Ringwood's second loss of the season, by the way, so don't jump off their bandwagon. Hume and Werribee. Werribee got it on the road by 13. Dean Chan, 27 and 11. Connor Cooless, 26 and 15. Rosie for Hume had 28. Hume, by the way, they did win on Sunday. We're going to get to that in a moment. They're 4 and 6 at the moment.
Yeah, just on the ropes a little bit, I'd say. And we mentioned that on Friday.
They did bounce back in a big game Sunday. They took on Blackburn at Blackburn. It was a tussle. Hume got home by 4. Brennan Torella 26 for Blackburn. Rose 21. Trevon Clayton 14 and 11 for Hume. So they split the weekend. Blackburn at the moment are 2 and 8. They've lost their last 4.
Yeah, similar to Keilor and similar to Collingwood in Division 1 men, as I touched on earlier. Had that honeymoon period through the first 3 or 4 weeks, got a couple of wins.
They are very competitive, Blackburn.
Oh, absolutely. They're in games for 38 to 39 minutes of the game, just fall away when it matters most at times.
Speaking of competitive in this division, Corio Bay are 1 and 8, bottom of the ladder. They've pushed Waverley.
Yep.
They've pushed Casey. They've pushed McKinnon. They're going to win some games soon.
They're in that little bit of a rebuild stage as well, so give it next year, maybe even the year after, they'll be back up the top, don't worry.
Waverley and Keilor. Waverley got up at home. Keilor have lost their last 7. They're 2 and 7. Won their first 2. Haven't won a game since. Adrian Sturt, 21 and 10, came off the pine in that one. Too strong Waverley. Waverley have won 6 in a row.
Yeah, just flying under the radar a little
Don't
bit.
know if they're,
We haven't
don't know
touched
if they're
on-
under the radar,
haven't touched
Steve-O.
on them much, but they've certainly got enough firepower out there to make it to the final.
Waverley could get the double this season, men and women. Very strong chance
Big
on the
call.
double this season. Is it a big call?
It's possible, but it's a big call.
They are the most informed team in state champ men and state champ women right now, and the stats back it up.
Okay.
They're doing pretty well, is what I'm trying to say,
we'll
Steve.
go and check some analytics after the show.
Okay, I'm sure you will. Craig Freeman's probably tapping away at his computer as we speak.
I'll message him now.
Werribee and Knox rounded out the weekend, and gee, Knox were lucky here because they stormed home. Werribee had them.
They did. Deng Chan stepped up again for the Devils. He had a great weekend, 19 points, 12 rebounds. Brian Nodge had 19 points, 10 rebounds as well. Connor Koulis, double-double.
Carver was good.
But as we mentioned, the
Yep.
benchmark, the barometer for Knox is Carver, 25
Yep.
points, 11 rebounds. Darrell McDonald was good as well in that
Yep.
one for the Raiders.
So there you go, state champ men, 8 rounds down. Don't forget tomorrow night. Really looking forward to this. It's going to be a lot of fun because I'm going to see if I can remember. But we're going back 10 years. We're going to look at season 2008 in the Big V. If you were playing back then, you'll enjoy it. If you know someone that was playing back then, get in contact with
Yes.
them. Make sure they watch tomorrow night's show because we're going to talk about all the big stars in 2008, ladder positions, who won championships, MVPs, all that sort of stuff. It's going to be a bit of fun. And then Thursday, finally, to all my great mates out there at Hume City, finally, we're going to shine the spotlight on you. I've had to twist some arms in here, and Steve-O was finally
Mainly mine.
come to the party and said, all right, we'll show what we've got in the can. And some good interviews.
Fabulous.
All right. Are you going to let us in on any of them? Or?
Stay tuned for Thursday night.
Okay, fair enough. Go and have a good night. I know a lot of teams heading out to training tonight. Enjoy it out there. We'll be back at the desk tomorrow night, 5:30. Big V TV. We'll see you then.